As if you will do this thing. Usabona nsis. Asixoxe. As if. Usho ngayenza vele? What do you mean awusazi? You wrote a love letter. That's a love letter to your crush.
I'm trying to inspire people to do that.
Namanga. This is
inspire myself.
Oh yes. Now you're talking. You're inspiring yourself. Wamuthi xa ngelihlo thawu mara.
Yes.
Wongabheki this side.
Yes. I think women should be able to do that as well.
Why not?
Yeah, that's why I wrote that song. It's because mostly when I write, I'm all about changing the narrative that love is not supposed to come from men.
How?
If you see someone, and ukuthi ngiphume emakhaya kwaZulu kwazi ukuthi insizwa yodwa eshelayo. Also fike edolobheni.
Abakwazi nokushela food.
Sekwashintsha phela manje.
How? Ngoba anisayi emlanjeni angithi.
Uyabona ke.
How?
Sesiya DM.
So
it should be easy bathu.
Manje uzothi gegele ntombi kanjani eDMini?
Nje uzothini manje akusafani yabo.
Fana nje manje Nobuhle vele.
Yabona manje ngithazibuyele masisweni.
Alright?
Ngiyaphila kunjani?
Engathawula langa.
Mina ngilalile ungilale kakhulu mina.
Hayi wena.
Ngilalile. I had to rest for this day.
Ubhuti bayangitshela lapha ofeka ukuthi uthuke uyatataza. Akalalanga nokulala.
Ayikho leyo.
Yeah.
Ayikho leyo. No, but it's like ngiyatshela ukuthi ngine interview, I'm like, oh what? And then they're telling me it's you. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
and then that's when I started freaking out. Like,
oh no.
The whole time I was chilled. I'm like, it's another day in the city working. And then they're like, no, T Bose is the one. And you see, when I'm seeing the post, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
This is gonna be easy, quick, it's exciting. And then I'm like, it's you. Ooh. But then how? It's such an honor. You know that.
The honor is all mine.
Yes.
You went to Engoye?
Ongoing, no, UKZN. University of KwaZulu-Natal, yes.
Okay. And but that's far from home, isn't it?
Yeah, but ngiqala ukuhlala eThekwini from grade 9. My family moved there, so most of my high school bese ngiseThekwini ngaleso sikhathi.
Maqale ngokuthi ubuye eNkandla.
Yebo. Ubuye eNkandla.
You know the next question.
Okay, here it is. Yes, ngiqhamuke eNkandla. Esigodini saseMfongosi. Ngifunda eMfongosi Primary School. Ngicabanga ukuthi ifamily yami ngingachaza kokuhambe isangoma.
Okay.
She's late now. So ngicabanga ukuthi ngikhula kuleyo structure sokuthi kuyagidwa bese abantu bamasiko kakhulu.
Okay.
Izintombi ziyagida. At my time besakhiwa amanzi emfuleni.
That's right.
Isemakhaya, so the new development, kubekusasa isikhathi.
Ugogo bekangafakanga iswimming pool.
Uyabo. Gogo bekathi ayivuke ngo4 emanzini before uye esikoleni. Ayikho le ndaba ukuthi uyabo. So I think uyakiwa lapha emfuleni kuyaculwa ekseni. It's a culture of singing, it's a culture of music.
Okay.
Ekhaya kuyagida ugogo unezangoma almost every week kunamathwasa la ekhaya. Kuyadansa kuyaculwa. So njalo shaya igubhu. There was that tradition ukuthi kuyaculwa la ekhaya.
Nice.
Then emazingeni aphansi esikoleni from like grade 5, grade 6 they started forcing me to sing.
Okay.
In choirs because I think teachers they know
where
and
you come from.
Know. They know you have a potential because they know your family.
Oh, I see.
So for me I was not aware there was something there with singing, and then they would force me to sing the choir. I went there until I started enjoying it in grade 7, and then I was a lead in my choir.
Nice.
We started doing tournaments, and then we moved to Durban. Then in Durban it started to getting more serious because I'm a choir. There's nothing like arts, no one understands it. And then when I got here, I can see people are, they are doing this thing every day. There's like communities, people are meeting, they're sharing art.
Yes.
And I started doing that. I think the first time I sang a solo, it was in grade 10. I just woke up one day and I said, I'm going to go to the assembly and sing an Adele song.
Hi.
Yeah. It was
which song was that?
It was Don't You Remember? I also don't remember anymore. It was Don't You Remember? And it was so crazy. But I think for me, I was in a choir, but a part of me said I wanted something more for myself. I felt like I was not shining. I wanted the spotlight. And I was like, what a better way than to just
go and do a solo.
and do it. And ever since, you know, everyone was like, oh no, this is great. I've never seen anything like that.
Great.
You know, then I started going out and I went to Bed Center, doing poetry, writing, you know.
Nice.
There was some poetry sessions that we would do almost every Sunday.
Guys, Bed Center, we don't say a lot about Bed Center, guys. Eh?
I know, that's where everything started for me as well.
Yes.
You know, and then when I finished school, I passed very nice, you know, got distinctions and
When
stuff.
na?
I'm telling you.
you.
4 distinctions.
What?
I was one of those, and then everyone was disappointed when I said I want to do music. They expected I'm going to do law or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I want to see how this thing is going to work out. Luckily, I got funding, you know, and then I went to University of KwaZulu-Natal. 2017, I did music and drama, yes.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Anyone you were with there that we should know about? Or that, you know?
There's got a few ladies, but I'm not sure. It's like I started. Who did I start? There was a lot of people who were in jazz at that time. It was mostly like jazz people.
Okay.
You know, at the time.
Any names now?
Oh,
or are they still?
I can barely remember. My gosh, most of them they are still in school because lockdown happened, and then we sort of lost contact. Some went home.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But did you finish?
Yes, I finished not once, twice. I did my honors after during lockdown. Yes, so my
So
you know, my honors, I don't know. I don't know. So I finished my honors during lockdown. It was kind of hard because by then I was already here in Johannesburg trying to push music.
Yeah.
But then I think lockdown was really good because then I started to like out in ngihlale phansi ngibona ngizothini ke manje because akusayeki nasesikoleni. Ngeza lana ke ngazojoin ilabel iRed Box, which is a sister company to L World.
Yes.
Then I started
Sanel.
Yes. Then I started working on more music and here we are, you know.
Thank you for this because my question actually wanted to ask you, Guti, are you a neighbor to Gedlehlekisa? But it's fine. You've given me more. I'm happy about that.
I'm always going with that because people are always like, you know, Zuma's house. That is always the first thing everyone wants to know. If
the
I'm
tourist
saying
attraction.
It's like, uyakwazi kwaZuma.
Yes.
uZuma makhelwane. Sengingena ukuchaza ngivele ngithi yebo. Yebo nkosi yami makhelwane. But siyadlula khona. Futhi isikhathi esiningi mayihamba. Mangikuthi ngisuka la eThekwini kukude kancane nasekhaya. But mawukuthi siye edrobheni. Kungakhona edrobheni la sithenga khona noma masuke eThekwini siyadlula simisa imoto nje impela simisa udriver bese siyashutha nathi
Donkey. Hi man.
Uyabona so into zakhona.
This is Nobuhle of the Sawubona fame. What a song with Sanel.
Yeah. Yes.
What a beautiful song that is.
What
is it about Sanel though and female voices?
Well, you know, I think I met him. I texted him on Instagram one day.
Everybody that I have spoken to from Azana,
yes,
Sinom Solo,
yes,
now you,
yes,
and in fact, I think even something Soweto,
yes,
they met Sanel via DMs. Wow,
because it is a platform, you know. It is yona nto enzakalayo manje. You don't meet everybody emhlabeni ku busy, so that is the platform, and luckily, you know, some people are able to use it ngendlela efanele ukuthi I know, let's connect, let's meet.
It's like everywhere.
You know, yeah, but I texted him on Instagram. Yeah. I had been taking him a lot on the covers, you know, and in 2020 January, I think that's when I started coming here. We did our first song, which was Never Never.
Oh yeah, and Never Never.
Yes,
I remember that song. Love that song. Chris, where's Never Never? This man.
Yeah, we did
Love
Never
that
Never.
song.
And then it was, you know, from there. I think with him, to answer your question, it's like he's so spiritual in a sense, and he likes people who make lezinto zo Instagram as a work profile. You understand? So mangaba ngena ku profile uyafica uthi uyayiculela shem lo mntwana. Akho drama over there, you know. Then I think he's into that. That's sihlangana kanjalo.
Is
so
it organic? Is
it
something?
is organic.
Or are you doing it for fame, you know?
You know, it's like, and then nasa studio, it's the same thing. You go in there, you have conversations. Where do you come from? Where he comes from? You have those conversations so that you can find a common ground. On what? With me.
Did he tell you about his humble beginning?
Not really, per se, but we talked a lot about, you know, how ukuthi sekumthatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuthi afike lapha ekhona, you know. So I think from there, because for me, I was interested in learning more about him. How does he do that? You know what I mean? And more ukuthi enze izinto ezingaka, but also still have that heart to welcome new people in his life and to be able to create talent and, you know, and make it last in the industry. So from there, I was just humbled, and then everything was just smooth going forward.
We'll also talk about how you met Black Motion. Right?
Yes.
It is 20 minutes after 10. It is my top 10 at 10. And Nobuhle from Encanto is in my studio right here in Jozi. Togoza Kok.
Togoza.
So when are you taking after her?
I would say I'm in the process.
Okay.
I would say I'm in the process. Not as deep, but I think before ungena endleleni yobizo or izinto zabantu abadala, kumele uzazi. Understand, because sibancane siphila on generational curses. So there is a journey that we need to understand.
Come on, educate. Educate us now.
Batung.
Yes.
So I think kumele uqale wazi ukuthi yona lo ndlela before uyithathe ichaza ukuthini. What are the changes?
Gibeli nje isitimela ngoba sayahamba.
Ngoba bathi abantu kunento ekhona. Kumele wena uqale uyizwe. Ifike kwen we understand, we interpret, ubuze, uthole education. Ukuze noma sesifika isikhathi aware ukuthi uthathani emeleni yenzani empilweni yakho. Yabo, so ngicabanga ukuthi kuningi. But for me, I've seen it manifest in my art. Definitely. That's when I knew ukuthi there's something there.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it in Kula because I did not understand it. But when I finished my first degree, the signs were there. But
what do you mean the signs in? Bakunikeza ama-answer amabhala ama-exam. Phela usitshela
No, but I think when I'm saying signs, it's like sometimes you dream.
Yeah.
You dream about songs even. Sometimes I would see when I've written some, just for example, in Never Never, that song was never written down. You know, I did not write that song. I just stood there in the mic and something just takes over, you know. And you sing until the end. You don't stop.
Yeah.
You know. And then when the song is done, you're like, that was not me. Something was there with me. You understand?
All right.
You realize. So, and then even when I came out as an artist, you know, I was into his paintings and stuff. Type of fabric that I want to use. Yes. And I love performance. Sometimes when I perform, I want my shoes off.
That's right.
For no reason.
You
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you trace it until you realize, it could be there. You know, I think with spirituality, everything changes now and then. But for me, I like to see it manifest in my craft as well.
Yeah.
Because we're not all supposed to utisiyo hlola or receive izangoma percent. That's another thing. Some people abanye abantu bayalapha without knowing.
Yes.
You know, they heal their communities through what they offer them, you know.
Or ngenkulumo nje.
You understand. And for me, I think my music, I'm receiving messages for someone who needs to hear them.
Oh yeah.
That I don't know who it is.
Yes.
But my job as this person that I am is to stand there with my vulnerable self and as honest as possible and let whatever is within me take over so that I can deliver my best.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Because I think the key word for me is vulnerability. We spoke about it with Malay. We spoke about it with Zonke, that making music is such a naked experience.
It is.
You need to be vulnerable.
Yes.
And then trust it.
Yeah.
That it will land.
Yes. Yes.
And there are those artists that they went into that vulnerability. And obviously the hope was it will land well, and it didn't. And now they're afraid to be vulnerable again.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
It is. Now, cartoons, ne?
At that point, I knew that was coming for me.
She's right here. That is Nobuhle. You are an adult.
Yes.
As in you are way past 21.
Not way, but I'm way past 21.
Yeah, okay. Way past 21.
Yes, sir.
Abo Popeye?
You know, I think my brother used to like cartoons, so he used to force us at home to watch cartoons. That's when it started.
Younger, older?
Older, way older.
Like, he
still watches them. And then I think as I grew older as well, I started questioning why, you know. I don't know. I think it helped him just, get over the seriousness of the world.
Yeah.
And then when I went to university and I had Wi-Fi all the time, and I was like, okay, let me just watch. Let me see.
Yeah.
But here is the thing. It's like when you watch cartoons, you are watching stories as they are. Because when we watch humans, like we put this human thing before the things we need to learn. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're watching these animals and things that are not making sense, obviously you won't watch at the physique. Instead, you are listening to what they're saying.
Yeah, you are there for the content.
You are there for the content, for the story. And for me, I like how they are just basing everything on teachings. You know what I mean? From where you're starting up and the importance of not giving up. You understand? And really just going there for your dreams until the end. Because when we look at human stories, like we're going to judge, oh, but she looks like that. Or maybe she shouldn't go through that. That character maybe shouldn't do that.
Yes,
because, maybe she's too big
we
for
self-impose.
that. Yes. Maybe, that one she's too hot to be suffering.
Yes,
she's
yes.
like that. You get.
Yeah.
And then in that point, you have lost the whole meaning of the story because it's not about the bodies. It's not about how we look like, but what are the people saying? You know what I mean? What is being said? And mostly cartoons, they have this thing of magic. I like watching magic, superpowers. That's my vibe. But then in that sense, it's like I also learn how much power can do, how much it can heal, how much it can damage, in a sense. So when I'm watching them, I get to be aware of my self-awareness as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much power can do, how much power can harm things. You know what I mean? So in cartoons, you always find that when a person is too angry and they have these superpowers, they break everything just...
Oh, yes.
Until there's someone out there who tries and sort of lifts them up and bring them back
I can
to
think of
themselves.
one. I can think about the green monster. What is his name again? The big guy. Hulk.
Exactly. When you have so much power and then the world is just not kind.
Yes.
And then eventually you explode. And then you start hating yourself. And then you hate everything around you. But then there's someone always in cartoons who's going to be there and come and lift you up. And then it's a whole beautiful ending.
And their power is not even about anything else but that the wisdom that you can use this thing for the good. Yes.
And the whole time it's like you're not even looking at a real thing. You're not looking at a human. So I think with politics as well, it's like sometimes we cringe when you're looking at humans experiencing injustices in movies and whatnot.
Sure.
But I think another way of tackling them is when we're using such easy subjects as cartoons to talk about them. Because now we're not going to be like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
This is like, as humans, we are so scared to face things as they are. But in cartoons, there's like this light way of making it come through. You know what I mean? There's this not so strong way of things coming through with them. It's like so light.
In other words, you go out and you search for what you need to watch, or they happen by chance?
I think they happen, but with Disney, obviously, I'm always updated.
Oh,
yeah.
Because they are talking to you.
Yeah, like the musicality of it all. I like the musicals. I did theater in school. You know what I mean? So for them, it's like, I know it's going to be musically beautiful. I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah. And there's magic, so you got me there.
Yeah, right.
I believe in those things. I don't believe we're just people wandering around. There's higher power to all of us. So
you told me, Ofe, that there's one that has got your attention right now.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
It's the Encanto one.
Encanto.
I think it came early this year. It's also by Disney, obviously. But basically, it's like this family, they were being, like, they're fugitives of the war. Then this woman finds this flower that gives them this magic to build a new home. Okay. Right? And then the whole family, when you are born, about 6 years old, you are given the superpower. It's like you are being initiated to the family of magic. Then this one girl is born, and then when it's her time, she doesn't get the magic. Right? So she lives her whole life being an outcast, but she tries to help, but it feels like it's never enough.
Yeah, because she doesn't have the magic powers.
Yeah, so now it's like this thing of we want all people to be the same before we can recognize them as humans. You get what I mean? But then I like how the whole story turns out, because now the family is about to lose magic. You get what I mean? And she's the only one who can save it, because she's detached from the feelings of having magic. She's never had it. Oh, yeah. So she's not afraid to let go.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I mean? And she does save it. And the whole family is like rejoicing. But we also get the reasons as to why the whole family was holding on to the magic. It's because they are the only thing that saved them from dying from the war. You get what I mean? So we see reason why people don't want to let go.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, I guess I like it.
We just got lectured on cartoons, guys, by an adult.
But I told you, it's like, it's not a fun reason I watch them, but it's a lot that I learn. I'm an artist, though. I'm always critical about them. That's why I'm saying I write songs sometimes based on them, you know.
Yeah, because you do say that you watch cartoons when you want to, spark.
Spark something, because I cry sometimes when I watch them.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah.
But it will be the tears of joy?
Most of the time, when someone has been trying to get something and in the end they get it. And then I feel like,
Which then leads me to this then. Between Umkhuleko, Phezulu, Nesoka Lam, which one was inspired by?
The cartoon. Oh my God.
I got it.
Which one?
I want
Start again.
Umkhuleko, Phezulu, Soka Lam.
I think there are some elements. Phezulu.
Tell me more.
Phezulu. I think I can relate that song with the Sing cartoon.
Oh, Sing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this girl who's just working there at the theater.
Yes.
She's supposed to clean, but then she has this beautiful voice. And then next time they hear her sing, and then they take her, she sings. Next thing, she's like a showstopper at the end of it all. But then, throughout, nobody believed her because she was this big elephant. You know what I mean? Nobody noticed. And then by the end, everybody's like, what? What's going on? Because I think with Phezulu, it tells a story of somebody coming from very humble beginnings. And then they find the way in the city where they're trying to make means, you understand? And then for me, I said, since I'm here now, I really just want to focus on this. I don't want any distractions. And I'm paying Namatonga Giti to guide me through this journey, because I do not come here alone. There are things with me. So.
Wow. You've never been, what's the word I'm looking for? Scouted for maybe a gospel group or something? No?
Maybe. I don't know. It was just always the school choirs. Just school choirs. But outside my community, no, I was just standing alone. But I did a lot of competitions, like local competitions, like bathini la uncula khona bese nina mhlambi i-1000 or 500. I did a lot of that.
What do you mean a lot of this? So you made a lot of money?
I mean like 500. I made a lot of 500.
How many? How many of these 500s?
I don't know. I think at some point there were like 5 competitions that I won.
So what is it, 2.5?
2.5. And I was a student, so that's a lot of money. Yeah, and I sang a lot like a tourist attraction in my school. It's like a tourist attraction as well in Nanda Heritage. So there's quite a lot of tourists who will come there, and then these guys would take me out of class to go sing for tourists from outside, and then they'll give me money, like a lot of coins that I'll take home. And then my mom would be like, "Kanti wenzani esikoleni wena wabuya nemali wethu?" Wabuya nemali wethu.
Yes.
And then I think she knew. Good eye. Yeah, Tolusis, it's pretty serious.
But we're talking about Ugogo. We didn't say anything about Umama.
Yes. No, Mamukon. She's
right.
in Durban. Yes.
And then you are siblings of how many?
4.
Girls only?
No. 2 girls, 2 boys. I'm so bad with counting, yes. 2 boys, 2 girls.
Do they all sing?
No, none of them sing.
Never?
No.
What do they do?
Only like extended family that does from my other.
Yes.
Abomamkhulu khona ke bayizayoni, so most of them. One of my.
So you're the only one?
No.
From your mom?
From my mom's, yes. I'm the only one. But extended family, I have a sister who's in China doing music as well. So yeah, there's like 2 or 3 of us who were seriously into the music business.
So clearly you're taking after Ugogo.
Yes, sir.
And this is the maternal Gogo, right?
Yes, from my mother's side, yes. Yes.
And Baba?
Baba, they are teachers, most of them.
Yeah.
They have no idea where the music comes from.
Sure.
They are mostly just people who are educated. I think that's where I took the education from my father's side.
Okay.
From my mom, I took the artistry and,
Would you teach?
Yeah, I think I would. At some point, yes, I wanted to.
Yeah.
I did at some point. I used to tutor in Westville, boys' school, but doing music, obviously,
yeah,
and
yeah,
drama, yeah. But yeah, I would. Definitely. Maybe
Bebaphasa abantwana bakho?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe I would do my master's soon to qualify as a lecturer. So, yeah, it's also good.
Yeah, we're busy talking of her here, and she's telling me, don't ask me this. I'm like, yeah, but you can't tell me and then you say, don't ask me that. I'm going to ask it anyway. So I'm Sheila, and then?
Hi, bo, ngashela bani. Lalela uma ulalela ngicela ngangifake enkingeni Nkosi yami engcwele. Ngamshela lalela waseyaqoma.
Hi.
Ngase ngibhala ingoma ngiyakutshela.
Yeah.
Ngavele ngathi sawubona Nsizwa.
Yeah.
Ngathi igama ngisithandwa sakho.
Thank you.
Next thing isiphumile ingoma iyadlala la ekhaya.
Yeah.
Saphela ke story.
Hi, wafika ekhaya. Umama wezwa le ndaba.
Yebo.
Wathi ntombazana.
Hayi umama sekhathazekile.
Hathi ha.
Omakhelwane bayakikiza. Yena lutho nje.
Yo.
Ha, ngathi hayi.
Wathi hayi asithathe nomkhulu.
Sithathe nomkhuleko bazana. Yo guys, I'm gonna die. Asasikhuleka mntanami. Siyakhuleka la ekhaya. Umizimo singahambi kahle siyakhuleka la ekhaya mntanami.
Why umkhuleko?
So I think at the time I was the spiritual journey is not an easy one. It is something that is challenging to explain to someone.
Yeah.
Especially who's not educated about it.
Yeah.
So with this song, I said I'm going to take some time and sort of paint a picture what happens in me.
Yeah.
When those things happen.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
But I said I didn't want it to be scary or something. But when I say nalibali ngikutshele, here's a story, let me tell you. So one day, I'm telling it as if ngiyaphupha one day ngizwa umuntu ethi vuka uthandaza. You know what I mean? You know? And then this person takes me to this place. When I go there to this place, mangifika khona amaZayoni.
Okay.
They are standing in the mountains.
Yeah.
And they are praying. Bashu amenu alleluia.
Yeah.
Bashu amenu alleluia. You understand? So you get it now,
I
right?
I get it. Yes.
So it's like I'm saying someone was waking me up. But I'm really saying that someone was waking me up to say, go after your dreams. Go follow them. Come to this place that we are calling you in. And then when I get there, it's these different kinds of spirits.
Yeah.
That are living within me and around us.
Yes.
But for me, I said, I'm a Zion because most of my family is siyakhuleka sama Zionist, you understand? So, magafika lapha bayathandaza, bayakhuleka. So, I'm part of that place where they are praying in a spiritual world. And then when that happened, I think that's where the transition of being a spiritual person happens. It's like you are being taken somewhere. And then you live there and then you rejoice there until that episode is over.
I'm not going to play umkhuleko. You have to stream it, go to the digital platforms, and you can listen to it. However, isoka lam yona?
Isoka lam with Zulu Paqa.
How's it?
Isoka lam is like, I met Zulu through Instagram as well, but we had done same projects of Sanila's project. She had this thing of storytelling with her, like, uyisoka but intombazane iyisoka, she had those vibes like
yeah.
I'm like, girl, come to studio. And with me, I like it when women are collaborating.
Oh, nice.
That's my first thing in my music. I want women to be there.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, yasishele ngefuthi. But Paul, my producer, was there, so we just decided to do something fun. It takes a lot for me to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
That was definitely not in my comfort zone, but I ended up, having fun with it.
Yeah.
So soka lami ngiphethe kahle, njabulo zange ngayibona, just vibes. Just a love song.
Where do we follow you to know where you are performing so as we can see you live?
Yes. Instagram, Nobuhle Music. Facebook, Nobuhle Music. Twitter, Nobuhle Music. TikTok, Nobuhle Music. I'm everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nobuhle Music.
Thank you
She's
so
right
much.
Here. Follow her, support her, stream it, buy it.
Please, guys.
Don't download it for free. Yes, so alarm. It is car 959. That is Nobuhle. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless.
I had fun.
Beautiful voice. Keep shining, girl.
Yo.